Rose is Rose is an American comic strip created by Pat Brady that was first published in 1984. It is about a woman named Rose, her husband Jimbo, and their son Pascal. On the surface, it looks like your typical daily comic strip about a modern woman dealing with the trivial matters of modern life. But that belies some of the more surreal aspects of the strip. One motif often found within is the idea of the inner child. The adult characters are often drawn as children, to depict moments of nostalgic euphoria, or show that certain anxieties never really go away, even if we are far into our adulthood. On the opposite spectrum, there is the biker chick, Rose's rebellious side that tends to flare up from time to time, creating a contrast between the mild-mannered Rose, and some of her more reckless impulses. Pasquale's exaggerated perception of reality is regularly featured, as well as his guardian angel. The strip also spends a lot of time on the meditation of nature, featuring crisp fall days, snow-covered fields, and star-filled skies. And all of these ideas are often depicted with exaggerated perspective, and unique interpretations of moments in space, creating something that really sets it apart from the flat 4-panel layout found in other daily strips. Also, Jimbo is totally into fat chicks. Yes, Jimbo is a bona fide, card-carrying, out-and-proud chubby chaser. Which you can imagine is a point of conflict, considering Rose is not all that big. But it's not like Jimbo doesn't try and fatten up his wife, especially during the holidays, when the annual blitz of celebratory high-calorie foods reaches its high mark. However, Rose doesn't want to get fat, preferring her active lifestyle and the slender frame that comes with it. So the question is, if Jimbo likes big women so much, why did he marry Rose? Well, at first he was not impressed with her, until he met her mother. A large, jovial woman who loves to cook, and whose motherly advice always seems to involve food. Jimbo once admitted that he pursued a relationship with Rose, in the hopes that she would one day take after her mother. Rose, like many, didn't appreciate being directly compared with her parent, and seemed to double down on maintaining her slim waist. This instance was actually depicted as a major conflict in the series, that potentially jeopardized their marriage. However, over time they learned to accept each other's quirks and preferences. Turns out Rose is attracted to bald men, and even indulge them, to a point. Rose will occasionally wear a sweater or swimsuit that makes her look bigger than she is. And Jimbo, well, hair grows back. It's important to note that the strip never looks down on being fat as gross or unhealthy, but rather just a matter of preference. Rose's mother is depicted as a jack-of-all-trades maverick, who expends her boundless energy on mastery of all tasks, domestic, motherly, and extreme. Furthermore, in an inverse of societal norms, Rose finds herself being jealous and defensive around women fatter than her, worried they might get Jimbo's attention. Like the waitress at the local diner, or some of the plumper girls at the gym. But beauty is only skin deep, and deep down, Rose and Jim love each other, keeping that spark going between them for many years. And I mean, I'm not weightist, skinny girls can be attractive. Sometimes. I just think Jimbo is an interesting character, in that he shows how you can have a fetish and still be a loving partner who respects their wishes. Also, in a society where we often have to keep this sort of thing under wraps, it's nice that Jimbo feels that he can express his preference openly. And no one really looks down on him for being some kind of pervert. Oh, but don't get me wrong, he's still a weirdo in other respects.
Guess what? You are a G-MILF. That is a grandmother that I would like to